in California on Monterey Bay in 1972 while he was working in California. And he showed the picture in the video, so I advise anybody that is interested in knowing the truth to first watch the video Ringmakers of Saturn, then read this book. This book is not just a book, it's a scientific document. He specified numbers. He did all of this by the number, and the pictures are microphotographed straight from the Voyager images. So these are photos taken with a microscope, examined with a microscope and studied right along with the numbers provided by the calculations of distance and everything. The size of the ring, the comparison of the ring width and the vehicle position and size of the width of the rings. And this is related directly to the moon of that area. And that tubular thing is a tornado-looking plasma jet that is like a tornado, and it sprays out in little electrical discharges 360 degrees around the very end. It's amazing how they can create that. That's some major badass technology. And the main marking was done with the front of this vehicle. Notice how huge the vehicle is, that it covers the entire moon with the plasma jets. So it left a whole entire that matches perfectly with pinch plasma, which is this thing that is showing right there. This is a pinch plasma right there, coming out of the top of the vehicle from the side, and it has some side elements that are the ones that eject material that he called streamers. And these black lines that represent the plasma energy applied like a branding iron on the surface of the moon. Now that corroborates Neil Armstrong and the other astronauts that say that the moon smells like burnt gunpowder. Yeah, it smells like that because it was burned to the crisp. And titanium plates are what the moon is made out of. And you can see the lines of the titanium bands. The moon is built in bandings. The moon is artificially made. It is a spherical craft placed in that orbit, and it was shaped by this vehicle. The reason for that was to create buildings and structure to operate a huge-ass waypoint or military base to control this planet. That's what the reason of that moon is being, to control the biological life cycle and the weather and the ocean waves, the magnetic influence of the moon. That's why it made no sense that they send rovers to Mars, but not to the moon. But it's because they already know enough of the moon. in reality, it's really all bunch of bullshit put up by NASA to obtain funds to operate the secret space program they have, which is a large-scale fleet of very highly advanced craft that can go to stars, to whatever, and they are massive, but never like this vehicle. These vehicles are way out of the league. We could never build something like this. This is a technology that we do not possess. We might build maybe a mile long, or maybe a 5-10 miles of vehicle built somewhere in orbit, assembled somewhere, but a vehicle like this, something like in the order of 30,000 miles and bigger, nah, we don't have that capability. This is a strictly extraterrestrial technology that we do not possess. Now, the military-industrial complex has learned a lot, and they have done some deal with this reptilian entity, except that they've been deceived, and really anybody that talked to me about being in contact with extraterrestrial, I mean, you can be manipulated easily by one of those beings that has such advanced knowledge of, you know, hypnosis and shit. He can hypnotize or put thoughts in your head and make you believe shit that you are in a craft, and the guy is blonde hair, and really the guy is a nasty looking insectoid look-alike shit that is terrible to see. But because they know that, they put in your mind that what you're looking at is a guy, blonde hair, blue eyes, and blah, blah, blah. Nah. There might be races that look like us somehow, but these negative entities, the ones that are interacting directly with us, the observers, they do not interact with anybody. They might give, you know, certain messages to some people, but if they were here to help, you know, they should really be changing the mind of the people that are causing wars and shit on behalf of those reptilian puppeteers, the one that pull the string from behind the scenes. Like I say, you should really read this part about the Tunguska event, that rock area near Tunguska, Central Siberia, 1,200 square miles that became devastated. Small villages and wildlife disappeared during this blast. A large forest was, according to eyewitness account, a flaming cylindrical object was sighted in the vicinity just prior to the explosion. So imagine, it was equal to the explosion of a nuclear bomb in the air. Hiroshima left a similar pattern of destruction on the surface equal to that of the Tunguska, the Hiroshima nuclear blast. So this is when he started talking about events that had happened before on this earth, and most likely many of the fires and tornadoes and shit can easily be attributed to, people have seen those craft Well, you look at a satellite picture, you see objects above that can only be seen from space. Incredibly large objects of different shapes right around the hurricane eye and surrounding area. I can show several, but if you look it up, you will find them. They are very, very much involved in our weather events, earthquakes, and all kinds of type of catastrophes. These vehicles are actively working on every single planet and moon and asteroids and everything in between that is moving through this solar system. So please do read this document carefully, especially the last pages. And it gives you all the documentation where you can do your own research, so you can either add or confirm the stuff that he wrote here. There is one. Comet 1979 X1, detected by the U.S. Navy satellite F-78-1, hit if that comet that hit the sun would have struck Earth on August 30, 1979, an extinction type catastrophe no doubt would have occurred. Close inspection of the before collision photographs suggest a lone body having emission closely resembling those pictured on plates 7 and 8. Comets actually may be directed electromagnetic vehicles traveling at high speed. This assertion is supported by a satellite picture of comet IRAS-Araki-Alcock in 1983. One equilibration is that the nucleus of this comet can be construed to have a fineness ratio of about 12 to 13. Another equilibration is that the nucleus possesses features similar to the body shown on plate 6. To wit, part of the slender body nucleus is intensely white, and the remainder a darker color. Moreover, other comets, especially Kohoutek 7374 and Bennet 70, can be interpreted as an electromagnetic vehicle projecting a fireball ahead of the body. Has been shown electromagnetic vehicles have fireball generating capabilities. Those bodies most certainly are suitable mechanisms for causing catastrophic extinction, with an attendant possibility that their mission are controlled. Collision might not be a necessary condition for catastrophe. A near miss might well be sufficient. A vehicle the size of Earth or bigger, just the proximity can cause unimaginable hecatombs, incredible disasters. Planetary rings are an indicator of past or current presence of electromagnetic vehicles. Jupiter and Uranus both have known to have rings. The Sun has been discovered to have a globular ring, matter surrounding it. Check it out. Our own Sun. Astronomers don't even talk about that. The Sun having a ring. Our own